Hi, my name is Joshua Brown from the interview training company howtobecome.com, and in this presentation I will teach you how to pass your Grant Thornton interview. So if you have a Grant Thornton interview coming up and you need to prepare for both the most common and tough competency interview questions for any role at Grant Thornton worldwide, then please make sure you watch this video from start to finish, because I'm going to help you to stand out and succeed. To achieve that goal, this is what I'll cover. I'll start off by giving you a list of Grant Thornton interview questions that I strongly recommend you prepare for. I'll provide you with example high-scoring answers to those questions to help you to succeed. I'll also make sure to give you some essential tips for passing your Grant Thornton interview before finally telling you how you can download further resources including all of the answers to help you to prepare. And just very quickly, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because I want to help you to pass your Grant Thornton interview, and I can only do that if you are subscribed. And please don't forget to hit that like button, because this tells me you find these tutorials useful. Okay, let's get started with the tutorial. The first Grant Thornton interview question I recommend you prepare for is tell me about yourself. Now this interview question is one that frequently comes up as the first interview question that you will have to answer in job interviews. So this is your opportunity to talk about the skills and qualities you have, not your personal life and not your home life. You need to focus on your passion for the role and the experience that you can bring. And finally, make sure you describe how you're going to add value to the Grant Thornton brand in the job role itself. So make sure you download that job description and focus on telling them how your skills match it. Now this is really important, because that job description is your blueprint for answering these interview questions and scoring highly. And on that job description, you can find the exact words that you need to say throughout your Grant Thornton interview answers. So for example, if on the job description it states that they're looking for someone who's a team worker, someone who's hardworking and professional, then you know you must use those exact words throughout your job interview. So here's a great example answer to help you. Tell me about yourself. Here we go. Thank you for inviting me to be interviewed for this position at Grant Thornton today. I'm a person who takes great pride in my job, and I'm organised, proficient, professional and loyal. My resume is a perfect fit for this position, since I have the necessary qualifications and experience that closely match the job description. I also have a strong work ethic, a will to succeed and an inquisitive mind about the professional services industry, where I will use my passion to collaborate with others to accomplish Grant Thornton's main goals and objectives. I've thoroughly reviewed the job description for this position, and I'm completely certain that I can not only hit the ground running in the position right away, but I can also contribute in a constructive way to the Grant Thornton team for a very long time ahead. Now, if you hire me, you can count on me to work hard, be dedicated to helping you reach your commercial goals, and I'll be proud to work for the Grant Thornton brand. Wow, what a powerful way to answer that opening interview question. Tell me about yourself, or sometimes it's worded as introduce yourself. Let's take a look at the next Grant Thornton interview question, which is, why do you want to work at Grant Thornton? Now it is vital that your answer to this interview question is a strong one. The hiring manager will want to know that your values match that of Grant Thornton's beliefs, such as diversity and doing what is right. You want stable employment. That's really important you demonstrate that in your answer, and that you have a genuine interest in Grant Thornton and the job role itself. So here is a great answer to help you. Why do you want to work at Grant Thornton? There are several reasons why I wish to work at Grant Thornton. Firstly, I chose Grant Thornton largely because you vary from other comparable firms in that doing what is needed is simply inadequate. You do what is right. You aim for quality in all you do, and since my professional goals and standards are the same as yours, you are an organisation that is highly appealing to work for. There are numerous instances where you have gone above and beyond for clientele across your 3 core markets and members of society in accomplishing remarkable things. You are recognised for resolving challenging issues that allow people and organisations to advance, grow and evolve in a positive way. All of this is made possible by the principles and conduct that have guided the years of arduous labour and devotion that each employee of Grant Thornton has given to the company. You are inclusive, encourage diversity, and provide agile and flexible policies that support uniqueness of individuality. Simply said, I want to work for the best and you are the best. Now don't go anywhere as I still have more interview questions and answers to give you, but when you're ready, click that link in the top right hand corner. It'll take you through to my website, howtobecome.com, where you can download my 21 Grant Thornton interview questions and answers for all job roles to give you the edge in your interview, including the ones we're covering right now. Okay, here's the next Grant Thornton interview question for you. This time it's a competency-based interview question, and the question is, tell me about a time you had to work with someone you didn't like. What steps did you take to try and resolve the issue? Now, Grant Thornton is well known for providing an excellent working environment that encourages uniqueness, inclusivity, and diversity. It is essential that you are the type of person who thrives in collaboration. My advice is to use the STAR method when answering tough behavioural interview questions like this one. The STAR method stands for situation. What was the situation you found yourself in? Task. What was the task that needed to be carried out? Action. What action did you take to achieve the task? And R is for result. What was the end result for your actions? So here's a great example answer to help you. Tell me about a time you had to work with someone you didn't like. What steps did you take to try and resolve the issue? Here we go. Initially, when I first joined my former company, I was placed in a small team. I got up to speed in my role quickly, and I began recommending methods I thought could improve things based on the experiences I had, since I wanted to have an instant impact and a good influence on the team. However, one team member took an immediate dislike to me and my ideas, even though everyone else thought my recommendations were wonderful ideas. I don't allow disagreement to destroy a good relationship, therefore I was eager to put an end to it as soon as possible. It was my responsibility to talk to my co-worker privately in order to try and find a method to amicably resolve the disagreement for the good of the team. I deliberated when best to approach him and walked over as soon as we were alone in the canteen. I said that while I could appreciate how irritating it can be for a new team member to join with fresh ideas, my only goal was to attempt to make a positive difference and aid the team's growth. I continued by stating that I didn't want to have a disagreement with anyone and that I wanted to work well and amicably with him and the rest of the team. When I challenged him about it, he quickly apologised for his earlier lack of friendliness. He concurred with me that it was only the right thing that we get along, and we both decided to move on in a cordial, positive and constructive manner. Let's move on to the next Grant Thornton interview question, which is, describe a situation you were in where you had to overcome a difficult obstacle or challenging task. How did you adapt to meet the needs of the business? Now at Grant Thornton, you will regularly face challenges and you will be expected to handle each challenge in a positive, forward-thinking way. So again, make sure you structure your answer using the STAR technique. So here's a great example answer to help you. Describe a situation you were in where you had to overcome a difficult obstacle or challenging task. How did you adapt to meet the needs of the business? I was collaborating with a group of people on a challenging client-based assignment. With barely 2 weeks till the project's conclusion, the customer for whom we were working for called us to make a number of critical revisions. Due to the uncertainty of our ability to finish the project on time, even though we wanted to make the adjustments for the customer, this put us in a very challenging scenario. It was our task to deliver the project for the client, and I'm always determined to deliver the best possible service. Therefore, we came together as a team and made the decision to do our hardest to finish the project on time and accomplish our goals with the revisions incorporated. To increase our chances of success, the rest of the team and I both made the decision to work on the weekends. I worked an additional 7 hours each day over 2 weekends in a row alongside my co-workers, which had a significant impact on the project's production levels. We were able to incorporate the required adjustments and deliver the finished product on time, much to the client's pleasure, thanks to the extra work we all put out to finish the project on time. I am a person who will invest a great deal to accomplish whatever objective I set. I am driven, determined, and will work tirelessly in my job role whenever necessary. So in preparation for your Grant Thornton interview, I also recommend you prepare answers to the following questions. Tell me about a time you didn't like a particular project plan, task, or process. What are your salary expectations in this role here at Grant Thornton? Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? What is your biggest weakness? At Grant Thornton, we pride ourselves in being client-centric. Describe a situation when you went above and beyond for a customer or a client. Why should we invest in you? What makes you the standout candidate? Describe a time when you have dealt with a difficult client. What do you hope to get out of this job with Grant Thornton? Describe a situation when you've had to work under pressure. Describe a time when you managed multiple tasks all at once. Describe a time when you took a risk and how you handled the situation. Why have you chosen to work for Grant Thornton over our competitors? So the next thing to do, if you would like to download example answers to these questions and all of the toughest Grant Thornton interview questions, is to please make sure you click the button in the top right hand corner of this video right now, head through to my website howtobecome.com, where you can download these slides and get access to 21 Grant Thornton interview questions and high scoring answers to each question in a PDF guide. You can literally have access and the slides in your inbox within 2 minutes from now, and it's guaranteed to help you prepare effectively for your interview and also, more importantly, put you ahead of the competition. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe, as I'm on a mission to help as many people as possible pass their job interviews, and I can only do that if you are subscribed. Please also hit that like button, as that encourages me to make more videos just like this one. And if you have any questions regarding any job interview, please feel free to put these in the comment section below, where I'll get back to you with the specific questions to prepare for. And finally, if you'd like to connect with me on LinkedIn, I've put my LinkedIn link in the description below. It's always great to connect with like-minded professionals such as yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all the best with your interview. Have a fantastic day.